Louisiana Beer Reviews Wasatch Wonderful Winter Ale. This is 7.1% alcohol, 58 bitterness units. It's, I guess, a winter warmer, although here it's pretty warm today in the 70s. Malty, toasty, hoppy. Bundle up and get ready for an Imperial Amber Ale that you'll reach for when the temps go down. I'm going to skip through a deep red ale, caramel backbone, elevated fruity hop profile. I've never seen this before in Louisiana. My friend David brought this to me. We get a lot of Wasatch beers, there's no doubt about that, but I hadn't seen this one. You just stumble across it. They've been around since 1986, as long as Abita Brewing in Louisiana. Louisiana's big craft beer brewing company, Abita. 12 fluid ounces of beer. Okay. I like that they give you the bitterness units, 58, and they give you the ABV. So that's a good service from them. So here we go. Like I said, we get a lot of Wasatch beers. We get a lot of beers from their co-brewery, their partner. Also from Utah, Squatters. They teamed up years ago because probably they figured out it was better to be united as one brewing umbrella company than be fighting against each other, or however they determined that. Okay, so but they're separate breweries, but they're under the umbrella. Okay, it's a thick beige head, but look at this sediment and gunk and this purplish copper. It's purple like the can. Oh boy. I've been dealing with a lot of sediment beers lately. Put a little bit more light on the subject from this lamp. That might help a little bit. Okay. Thank you, David. I'm going to try it. Be open-minded. I guess my favorite winter warmer is Samuel Smith's winter warmer, which we used to get a lot. Every now and then I'll stumble across it, from England, but it's more or less dead for Louisiana these days. Of course, we always get Celebration Ale, dry hopped India Pale Ale from Sierra Nevada, introduced in 1981. We get a Beta Christmas Ale, introduced probably 20 years ago. We used to get Anchor Merry Christmas Happy New Year, our special ale. I used to get that every year, but that oh, why did I mention that? Okay, anyway, that's got me upset. All right. I mean, I'm actually really upset about that. All dramatics aside. It smells kind of port winey, like a port wine, American port wine, like Taylor Port, but probably better than that. All right, maybe Sheffield Port. What I mean by that is just you get this raisin, and not the golden raisin, the purple raisins type thing. Maybe some fig. Yeah, even dates. Oh, ooh. Okay, let's go with the taste. If you're used to drinking things like Coors Light, Milwaukee's Best Light, a beer like this could gag you. It just. But if you like fruitcake and things like that, which I do like fruitcake, I don't like the price. They're too expensive. I was like, nah. I don't like. It's funny because I don't really like fruit. But fruitcake, which is more like a bread than a cake, okay. It's tannic. I'm gonna watch. I'm going to see if they have, I would assume they do, other video reviews for this, because I want to see what people say. It's very tannic and figgy and dates, like dates, you know, trail mix. But it's, yeah, it's kind of like trail mix without the salt and the little corn squares, and the chocolate. It's a sipper. I mean, it could, you might find it's a little winey, dessert winey, although it's only 7 point. Dessert wines be above 14% set, but 7.1. Yeah, it's rich. It's nothing like a Beach or Christmas ale at all, and it's not. It's sort of like the old Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, our special ale, because that was figgy, richy, some dates in it, but it was milder than this. This is just like a really strong addition of a strong approach to it. But when a beer makes you just talk about it, like, oh, it's this and that, and I'm not sure about it, it's got me perplexed, that's usually a good sign, because it makes you think, and it's got levels to it, and get you a little mixed up. And I didn't ask where he bought it, and I just know he stumbled across it, and I certainly haven't seen it. Yeah, so, yeah, it's got even some fudge qualities, and I don't think they're using fudge in it. It's a weird one. I do like it though, honestly. It's a crazy quilt type thing. I think a way to describe it would be a somewhat overly intense winter warmer. That's a good way. An overly intense, or a intriguingly, let's say it like that, because how can you go over? Maybe they might make a 15% one that we could say was over. So, wonderful winter ale. Well, wonderful, yeah, in a way, perplexing, an intriguing winter warmer, no doubt interesting. Mm. Whew. It's a sipper though. Ooh. Ooh. Gives you the shakes. But in a good way, I think, maybe. But yeah, I'm overall really enjoying it. Hard to say though. They usually have good price points on Wasatch and Squatters beers though. I can get DIPAs, and that thing is powerful. You play around with that. Oh yeah. I'm favorable towards it. I am favorable towards it. Now, this is not a super fresh can. I would like to get a really fresh can. It might be bursting in a different way, but I don't think if you let this age, it's going to hurt it. It is 7.1. I mean, I wouldn't go 5-6 years, but you could go a little while. You could go a little while, and you might get some interesting things with it, and I'm doing that. So, yeah. Literally, I'm not kidding. I'm not making this up. I'd never heard of this beer before in my life before he brought this today. And I've heard of a lot of Wasatch beers. But yeah, if you could tolerate that fig and raisin, heavy raisin. They don't say anything about flavors added though. Yeah, I don't think they have any. I just think it's water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. It's just the way they're putting it together that's giving it this strange complexity, but overall good complexity. Yeah, I'm going to go with 94 out of 100, 9.4 out of 10. Think of Samuel Smith's Winter Warmer, but jacked up to like a little bit of an extreme level. So laissez-les bon temps relate. I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Utah and take a Wasatch or a Squatters brewery tour.